we found it out quicker. But my middle daughter, they were telling us that when she was like in third, fourth grade, that they were needing to hold her back because she had a learning deficiency. Come to find out, she just needs glasses. She was fine as a bat. Yeah. And once she got that, she's in grad school now, in college.
I'd start to read and I'd get tired.
Everything I'm going to hit you with is
so I never became a
that way you just get a habit of
like, if you want to talk about text, like, how does this work? How does that work?
Get up to where, like,
hundreds of them.
The series he's talking about, the tournament we have at Con Carolina,
all those earlier ones were light.
To win the crown of the
now you have that point of reference.
He's got a series of books like 1,000 years in the future.
You can go, yeah, that was
and the
good.
society is so utopian, it's crazy because power is just unlimited. But then what happens is the ruling council that sort of takes care of the world gets divided because about half of them decide they want to basically take over and get even more power. And it causes civil war, which of course knocks a lot of the power out. So suddenly all these people who live in utopia are pretty much into Middle Ages style life now. And but part of that society they had that was so advanced, they had everything they wanted, is the whole continent of Australia was basically the SCA. Yeah, 1,000 years in the future.
I've heard that. My wife will.
Yeah, it's awesome, and you know, and it's all warring states and countries, but with the technology, nobody ever really got killed and stuff. But you know, it's just sort of cool.
Yeah, my wife was telling me about it too. She's like, "This is, you know," I'm like, "Huh? You got to throw."
So when we started the thing at Con Carolinas. John Ringo was going to be the special literary guest that year, and we decided to do the SCA tournament. It was going to be for the Crown of Monarchy, and good. Wayne Williams, who just passed away, Axel, actually had commissioned a leather crown, leather coronet, and it had like kangaroos and other stuff carved in it because of Australia. So it was really cool. It was sort of cool.
Good.
Don't forget, use the whole tool.
Huh?
Use the whole tool. You got a point, right?
Yeah.
Put the sharp end in the other guy.
I don't know what these points you're talking about are, man.
Yep.
Unless I have two hands.
Like, but you.
They're walking the remote control vehicles instead of walking their dogs.
Right about here. I have nothing there. It was just like I was supposed bear doughboy. They were like, just hold your shield. I'm not gonna
Well, you got a minute cleaning up
like
that.
So if to the face.
And the same thing can happen. You know, the battery runs out, same as the dog getting tired halfway through the walk and has to carry it on. You know, it happens. It's all the same.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Whenever you're ready to throw some more, Akbar, let me know. I'm here for you.
All right, thank you. I'm going to hydrate myself.
Yes. Would you like a propel?
I'm good. I got some water here.
Okay.
There you go. You see it? You feel the difference?
Yeah, I've kept up my stuff at the gym, but it's not the same as fighting. Fighting is different.
Straight on.
I am way out of fighting shape right now.
Turn it this way.
I talked to Helga. She went to the novice tournament. And the guy that won it apparently has been fighting for years.
That was much harder than what you did before, right?
Apparently, just got to be or something.
Does that make sense?
So, but the guy actually ended up giving her his prize.
Well, is that?
Because she was the only one bruising with it. But she went 7 and 10.
Something me and him were doing earlier was
11-person round robin.
There's that one, and then there's change it to this
I'm
way.
super proud of her right now.
Because if you think about where your shield is,
We used to have a novice tourney in our barony. In Sacred Stone. It was actually almost as big as the one up there that's been around forever in Storvik.
So
it went away maybe 15 years ago. Like for the first 15 years or so.
So I either have to do this.
So the very first one I was allowed to fight in, I've been fighting about 6 months, and I lost in the finals to a guy who was fighting his third. And the rules with them was you had to be 2 years or less. And he was fighting in his third novice tourney because they had changed the date. from when it was and moved it back a month. So he was under 2 years authorized by a month. And he was fighting in his third novice tourney. He beat me in the finals. And I won the next one. And then they had, and what they did is they had a tourney for every weapons form. So it was a 2-year sword and shield, and they had a great sword tourney, a 2-weapon tourney, and a polearm tourney. So then I went ahead and authorized polearm. And I went out and I lost to a guy in the finals, the polearm that I authorized that day. And the Baroness banned me from fighting the novice tourney. I mean, I was still a novice. I wasn't even she knew me pretty well, and she banned me from fighting the novice tourney. So like 3 years down the road, come up, and because of the rules of their novice tourney, they had 3 knights who were fighting in the novice tourney with 2 weapons.
Because
They had authorized less than a year. And I thought it was funny. I was sitting there laughing at them. I said, "Gosh, you want to let me fight this thing, and you guys coming out with your white belts to fight in novice tourney, really?" And I gave all kinds of shit. I thought it was hilarious.
It's hard to judge that shot. So they all sound about the same. They are all about the same because I'm throwing with an open hand.
And I gave the Baroness crap about it. I mean, she was one of my best friends. The reason I gave her crap about it, they banned me from it because I mean she was married to my best friend at the time.
See the difference?
You see me wear
I'm just opening my hand.
I have another one.
So it's literally, and actually what I'm doing is catching with the thrusting tip.
That was from Sir Duncan. That was her
So it's
husband.
like thunk, thunk,
and
as opposed to
he passed away.
Does that help? Yeah. Okay.
Maybe 8 or 9 years ago. Well, yeah, 8 or 9 years ago. But he quit the SCA way before. I may have told you about him. He's one that had gotten to the point of getting really bad alcohol, and he tried to quit. But when he'd go to events, all of his buddies are drinking. It was just literally torture. And then everybody would say, "Well, we're not drinking around. Come on, we'd rather be with you than drink." And he's like, "No." I mean, after a while, he tried that too. And after a while, I was like, "No, I'm just making everybody miserable. Nobody's having the fun we used to have." And then so he just finally just quit the SCA. And then, about 7 or 8 years after that, he finally passed away. But he, and she had quit playing too. And
I actually
right after I got knighted,
Right.
I went to an event up in Hawkwood.
It's okay.
She showed
That's why
up.
we're practicing.
Had just made a special trip to the
Like I said, I'm
his chain. He wanted me to have it if I ever got knighted. And this was years after he'd already quit this. That's the other one I wear to get in there. I wear either the
That's why when I
Must have moved it.
my household gave me when I
because I heard
got my first coronation, or the serpent. They're the ones that mean the most to us.
It's a thing. It's nice to have those things. Things should happen.
And I like the wolf for a couple of reasons. Did you see the hood that we made for Lachlan for his television elevation? So Shara and Tao did all the sewing and embroidery and stuff. And I took one of my links to make the clasp for the hood. Because the S-link for the wolf heads.
Right.
And Stormy actually made a bunch of kumihimo, and she made the loops and stuff to sew the clasp on out of her kumihimo. So everything on it is from us.
Yeah, I realized that was going to go
cool.
into the collar, so I tried to take a
So,
little
like
sting
I
off
said
of
that
it.
day, I saw you with the
What's that?
belt, and so I talked to one of your squires later. I'm like, it looks like you lost
Well,
your
and to be
brother
honest,
today.
I was trying to hit the top of the plate.
We're going to talk to him
and
about
the way
that.
he moved changed me. I'm like, ugh.
Well, he wanted it that way, and he talked to him. He said what he would like to do is, if I'm good with it, if he ever does actually
Just keep
finish his
aware of
path
it.
and become a knight, he would
There
really
you
like the
go.
buckle from that belt for his knight's belt. And I'm like, yeah, no, that's good. I'm going to put it up and save it just for that.
Is Lachlan still your squire?
Nope.
Like, but you got there.
I'm going to go put the pressure on Aqua.
No, you'll put the pressure on Akbar.
I'm actually putting the pressure on myself because I know if I don't put this shit back quick. Yeah, I'm heading out to West Kingdom I'm going to miss Crown here because that's the step up for the new king and queen. and my buddy that came out, he won.
Oh, dang. Cool.
So I'm gonna go out there for a step up.
That was which one?
Connor.
Connor. Okay. Tell him hi for me. I enjoyed talking to him, meeting him. He was cool.
Okay.
Yeah, super cool dude.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'll let him
Keep
know.
throwing until they say good. But you also got, you were rushing cycle. What's the first
I
one
got a
I was
root
like?
come up as that.
You just stayed in front of me.
I don't know if it's your fault or what, but I got a root
So,
come up as that.
throw a chop.
Adult. Not really. It was
Throw a
fun.
chop, right?
But
But I
That
fought
was
the
good.
guy
That
that
was
was
better.
current king of
The first one you
West.
threw it.
skinny guy,
And I
big
caught a
blue
little
shield.
bit. It was
Okay,
like,
yeah,
like,
that's
guy, long blonde
But then
hair.
you just stood there.
a long. Well, it's not really blonde. It's gray.
Right. Yeah.
this
And
one.
several other
Step
guys
out.
that were like dukes from the
Throw
West.
that
Mhm.
flat snap.
And I noticed they were all fighting a certain
See
way.
the difference?
And he
Because
actually
what
told me,
will
he said,
happen
yeah,
is
well, we
someone
know who
will
you
do
are.
this,
We're not
we'll
letting you
go
hit us with the head
live.
wrap.
And then
I'm
they
like,
go,
how do you
boom.
know who I am? He said, oh, we've
They
all
knew
watched
this was
videos.
going to be live because it froze.
And I'm like, assholes.
This is the one.
That's why I asked. Is it okay if I?
Yeah, no, it is. I
a bunch
thought
of
it was
them-
funny because it's like, I'd never seen it. There's a couple of guys from out west I know, but these three guys, I've never seen any of
More
them.
like
So
a
they'd never met me.
flow,
And I'm like,
something
assholes.
light, quick.
Well, and I've had,
which
to be
we
honest,
call
I've had a couple
someone
people, like I
stop,
talk to people
pause.
out there still, and they're like, so
They
who's
was light.
the guy, the
That's fine.
night?
They were
I'm
going
like, that's
forward.
Brian. And they're like,
Use that opportunity to
so
freeze you.
that head wrap. I'm like, yeah, don't
step
let
out,
him touch
throw
you with that.
something else.
Don't fucking do it. Trust me. Right? So sorry.
So we were talking
No,
about
it's
front
actually, it
forward.
was fun.
So it was like when that one was light, you just stayed there. You took that little tap step and then threw that flat snap.
I'm like,
What
that
is
head
that
wrap
like?
comes in with energy, and it's perfect,
It's
and the
always,
timing
like
is
you
always
said,
great.
keep
And if it
throwing.
touches you, trust
So
me,
they
you
say
won't
good,
have to
or
think
they
about
fall
it.
down. Also thinking about your aim.